Hello everybody, welcome to Illustrator Jones once again. It's a Scribble Sketch episode, yay! Yes, did you notice? First one didn't work, threw it away, started again. Yeah, best way to go. If it's not working, have another go. And I prefer this one, I really do. Yeah. So, how is everybody? I hope you're well, and I hope you're having a good time drawing. That's the main thing. Yeah, get your pencils and your pens out and have a go at drawing. Come on, kids. Send us in your drawings. Let's have a look. So, yet another monster. Yeah. And I thought, I've been watching a TV series. It's a series. It's in two parts. It's called Creature, or The Creature. It's by Peter Benchley. Who wrote Jaws, and it's all about this shark that's been genetically engineered with other things, I don't know what, and then it comes on land. It comes out this, you're not just not safe in the water now, you're not safe on land. Pegging shark comes and gets you on land. Ridiculous. Anyway, it was in two parts. It went on for it dragged on a little bit, but it was great. It really was good. Yeah. All the special effects were done by Stan Winston and Crash McCreary, is it? I think so. Anyway, the monster's really good. It's well worth a watch just to see the monster. This giant shark thing that comes plodding out of the water. Absolutely nasty. Ready to bite your head off. Aye, it is. It's not Scottish though. No, not at all. Anyway, it doesn't look anything like this, but I was influenced, as usual, by a movie. For you that follow me on a regular basis, know that I like a movie or two, and what I draw usually has an origin from a film. So here it is. This is my creature. This is my, kind of a monster kind of thing that's plodding around and eating people. So yeah. Now, it's Scribble Sketch. I was told by somebody that I don't do enough talking about the actual process of drawing. As you saw at the beginning, it's just a scribble, just a shape, and I stuck some eyes on it, stuck a mouth on it, and then I go from there. And whatever takes me fancy, I go put tentacles, tails, sticky outy brain, and then pour saps that are being either devoured by it, crushed by it, or generally maimed by the creature. Yeah, so that's where it really comes from. And then what I do is I scribble a lot. I scribble a lot of ideas down all over the place, all on top of each other. As you can see now, I'm drawing that dude on the floor in front of a barrel. I don't rub out the barrel then draw him. I draw it all on top of each other. It works for me. If it gets too busy, I get out the eraser, as you Americans call them. In Britain we call them rubbers, but you Americans don't like that. Didn't realise, sorry. So they're called erasers. Anyway, yeah. So I'm rubbing it out now, the bits and pieces that I need to change. And that's Seamus. There he is. Look, he's been. For a minute, didn't think I was gonna put him in it, but I had to put him in it. So he's been captured again. It's really, really. He's not good at this, is he? He's always getting caught. But yeah, Seamus is like screaming, get him off me! And there's all my little soldier guys on Steppington. I put a little star on their helmet, right? The reason being, I don't know what. Would you like to, is the thing, could you be bothered to make up an emblem that could go on his helmet? Steppington is, if you read the first book of Seamus Gumshoe, the second book's out too, and he looks alright. I've seen the proof at last. Finally, they sent me a proof. I had to get in touch with them and say, "Oi, you, Amazon, give me my book." And it looks all right. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's all right. So it's have a look at that, yeah, and you'll see he's on Steppington there, and it's very much like Earth, really. It's just got dinosaurs in it. aliens, monsters of all sorts, you know, everything I can think of, or everything basically I've seen on a film, that is in Steppington. So yeah. So they've got a little emblem, you see, that should have on the head. Now, they're not part of the FIB, which is the... what was that called? I think it's called the Fibbington Investigation Bureau. Yeah, because it's based in a city called Fibbington. And they're not part of it. They're military, so I don't know what you could call them, or what kind of emblem they could have on their helmets. But at the moment I've just put a star on it, because they kind of just come about since the first book, really. I love these like helmets down to here, and you can't see their eyes, all you can see is a big nose. I like that a lot. You come up with these little ideas, don't lose them, you know, sometimes you forget, don't you? But yeah, so I'm putting the ink on now, you see, on top of the pencil. It's just the way I've worked. Saying that, for many years, I've used a light box. I've got one here, and I used to print them out, the pencils. No, I didn't, idiots. I used to put the pencil down on the light box, put a piece of paper on, and I would trace them out, you see. But ever since I've been watching Bill making stuff, go and see his channel, fantastic. And his sketchbook. Oh, he's got a video coming up. I don't know when. All it's going to be his drawing. Oh, I can't wait to see that. I really can't wait to see that. So go and have a look. Bill making stuff. Anyway, ever since I saw his sketchbook, and he was showing you his sketchbook, you know, I was really inspired. You see, even me, that I've been drawing for years, and I'm watching these people on YouTube, and it really inspires me. It's like, oh, I want to do that, you know. Not necessarily the way he draws, although I do like it. I do like the way he draws. But I love the idea of his sketchbook. So I got a sketchbook, and I spent months, and weeks and weeks and weeks. I filled it up with ink, watercolours, all sorts. Filled it right up. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. Every single day I was drawing, every day, just because I wanted to. Not because I wanted to practice or anything. It was just But as it happened, it was practice. By the end of that first sketchbook, you know, I thought to myself, oh, I tell you what, you can go on my very first video. Is a walkthrough of my very first sketchbook I did. The very first sketchbook I've ever done. I've never filled a sketchbook up before. So have a look at that and see what, you know, the rubbish I put. Embarrassing. But yeah. So I filled up the sketchbook, and after that I started writing Seamus Gumshoe stories. Because my drawing hand was kind of, ooh, you know, and my brain would... So that's what I did. You'll notice in that sketchbook that I did a few little story panels of Seamus Gumshoe in different situations. So it kind of developed from there. All because of watching Bill making stuff show you his sketchbook. That's all it was. So now there is 9. I have nearly finished the 10th, I think the 10th Seamus Gumshoe book. But I've only released 2 because it takes time, doesn't it? But I've drawn nearly 10 books. So, you poor people. And some of you bought it. Is it Happy Wolf Art? Yes, I know you're there, Happy Wolf Art. You bought my t-shirt and all, didn't you? It wasn't this one. No, it wasn't that one. He bought my Seamus Gumshoe t-shirt. And a book. Oh, excuse me. What's going on? Chesty. So there we go. On top of all that scribbling, sketchy, you know, it looks quite busy, I know. But you've got to think where you're going with that pen. You've got to make sure you follow the line you originally want, you know. Or you could rub out pieces. You could rub out little sections, you know, that intersect kind of thing that you don't want. You could, you know, carefully go in and rub those out. Because I've been doing it for donkey's years, 20 odd years now, you kind of get used to doing it, you see. So yeah, so using a thicker pen at the front, brush pen at the front, And then as you go back, I'm using a finer fine liner the further I go back. So it all goes in layers, if you know what I mean. So there we go. I'm erasing all the pencil underneath now, so all that scribbling gone forever, never to be seen again. And yeah, now I've made a few, not mistakes, but it is a mistake basically. I've put a line in where I shouldn't have done. So I go in with a Posca, get rid of those. And you know, there's a bit there on his elbow, the fellow sucking his thumb, and I put his hand there like that. But I put his knee, and it all joined. So I just rubbed this line out here, so that, you know, it's faded. Oh. Something's repeating on me, I don't know what it is. I've had a vegetable curry, but I've had it 2 nights in a row, but it isn't good. Man alive, I'd better put handles on the toilet tomorrow. I'll strap myself down. Aye. So here we go, I'm going to round the monster with a thicker pen, because I want him to stand out a bit more, you know, I want him to really to be the centre of attention in the drawing. Yes, so yeah, so we're going to put in a bit of shading in now, because I've done that with the monster, you see, it tends to bring it together again. So if I put these shadows in behind these little soldiers here, that'll bring them forward again and push him back further a little bit. But yeah, so a lot of you have said that you're quite happy with the 30-minute format of the videos, and that you like seeing it sped up and drawn all the way through, that you don't want it chopped and, you know, into little segments kind of thing. I thought you might have done. Right, so yeah, so I just put in a little bit of thickening around the mouth here, a little bit, you know, making it darker, so it makes his chin look like it's sticking out of that. Bit of shading. Again, putting a bit of Posca in, just to tidy up. I'll tell you what I have discovered recently. If you notice now, you see where the black shading is. I've been putting white lines, as if you're drawing with a black pen, but it's with a white pen, on the black ink, just to make it look like it, say the barrel is going around still, and you can see the line follow through. I quite like that effect. I found that out on in my sketchbooks. That was something I discovered in my sketchbooks. In the bits that are in shade, I kind of still like to make the outline, the original line. I draw it with a white ink. If you can understand anything I've just said. But you can see there. See on these bricks above his shoulder. Just put the little white bit in. Anyway, onto the computer. Oh yes, already. Scanned it in, gonna tidy it up a little bit now. Just little bits and pieces. Don't get, you know, if you can do this kind of thing and you've got software that you can use, don't get too bogged down with detail, because when it's on an A4 sheet of paper or wherever you blow, you're never gonna see ridiculous amounts of detail. Just like his fingers there, I needed to go around the nails again and make those stand out a little bit more. Just cleaning up things more than anything else. But yeah. But it's just having fun. That's the main thing. I've just finished a book for the lovely people at Book Life Publishing. I think it's my 14th book I've done for them, children's book. I find it really hard, you know, to follow somebody else's story, somebody else's narrative. But when it's my own, I find it more exciting, you know. So I try to put some things that are in the drawings that make it interesting, all little details that kids can look at and go back to the book and look at again and go, oh, I didn't see that before. That makes it interesting.
Hello everybody. Just wanted to say a huge thank you. Everybody who last week listened to my little rant and then went and subscribed to this channel. It's made Muggins here a lot happier. He's stopped crying so much. Although he does want people to join him on Patreon. But what can you do? I thought you did really, really well, so thank you ever so much for helping. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. And please leave a like or share the video. That'd be lovely. So thank you everybody. Bye.
Oh, we're back again. Did he say subscribe? Did he? Colour now. Colour. Please subscribe. If you like the videos, please. Oh, gosh, you never forget. You never guess what? We're only up to. Is it 205? 200 odd subscribers now? I can't remember how many. It's over 200. It went up the other week massively. So thank you ever so much, everybody. I'm really grateful. Really grateful for your support. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and leave a like, and and join me on Patreon if you want. There's long videos on there of me working on the books I was just mentioning. But yeah, I'm using these cheap pens from TikTok again. They're not bad, I don't know how long they're going to last for, mind. But for £10 for 40 pens, what can you say? Yeah, they're really, really good. They work out well. So yes, it's all coming together now. Getting all the colouring out. It takes a bit of time doing this because I got to test the. As you can see there, you can just see it. A sheet of paper with all the tested colours on, so that I know which one's which. Then I can go back to it if I need to. Like skin colour, which one did I use for skin colour? Ah, there it is. I forgot which one it is now. Can't remember. But yes, it's all coming together. Lovely. Was a fella talking to a fella today that's been doing all the building out here. He's been telling me that he went on a £25,000 holiday. Went to New Zealand, America, all these places, and he was telling me, it sounded fantastic. Went to see all the Lord of the Rings sets, in New Zealand. I was quite jealous. And I just turned around to him and said, no, well, we went to Pwllheli for a week. He was over there for 7 weeks. Oh, how the other half live, eh? Pwllheli was lovely. It's a beautiful place. I'm not saying it as in, I was a bit jealous though. I would have liked to have seen the Lord of the Rings stuff, He went to Hobbit, where the hobbits live. Back end. Anyway, where's he gone? Oh, yeah. There we go. I'm doing the wood now on all the crates. Now you got to think about your colours as well. Warmer colours at the front, closest to you, yeah. And as you go back, cooler, cool blues and greys and all that kind of business. I used a certain blue to do the shading with as well. So hopefully this is helping. I don't know. It might give you just little ideas of what you can do and what you can try. Make it more fun and more enjoyable. Yeah, I was going to say something and I forgot what it was. Kind of losing the plot. Anyway, yes. So, did I say about not Mad Sexy Art, although I know you've been watching too. Who is it? Happy Wolf Art, yes. Nice to see you guys. Go to their channels. Happy Wolf Art does what do you call them? Talks about different comics and things. He talked about mine. My wife was sitting there going, why is he talking about your stuff? I go, I don't know. I wouldn't talk about my stuff. I'm really glad you like it, and I'm glad you enjoy the work. But yeah, now putting some shading in now. So using a blue. Be careful what blue you use. Don't go too dark. I think I went a bit too dark here. I think I could have used a lighter blue. It's alright though. It's okay. Of course, when you do it, I thought, oh yeah, it looks a bit dark. go in with your Posca later and highlight things, it pops it all back out again, you see. So yes. So what colour was I going to do the monster? Orange. Just, I wanted him really bright and standy outy. Is that a real word? Standy outy. Yeah, I wanted him to stand out. So I did him orange. I like orange, I love orange. Oh, it's a lovely colour. I used to have an orange car. Funny enough, I've got an orange car now. Well, it's my wife's car, not mine. I haven't got a car. Can't afford 2 cars. Just about run 1. And he's told me, this fella next door says to me, when on holiday we hired a Winnebago big mobile home thing, like a truck, like a bus. £6,000 it cost him just to hire the truck. That's about 90 holidays for us. Oh my goodness me. Never mind. This time next year we'll be millionaires. We won't be. Oh dear. Aye. If you want to help the channel, by the way, there is a link in the description below with a PayPal donate button on it. If you feel like you want to help out the channel and help it keep it going, because this is really hard trying to keep this in between, work and everything. But only if you want to. Don't worry about it. It's not a necessity. It was just an idea, because I can't get any money from what do you call it, YouTube, because they won't let me, because I haven't got enough subscribers. I need over 1,000 and I haven't got that, so I can't monetize anything at the moment, which is what I'm aiming for eventually, but I think it's going to take about 6 years if I'm going at this rate. So I put a little PayPal donate button in there if anybody wants to help out. It should be lovely. But if you just watch the videos and just enjoy drawing, and that's the main thing. That's what I want more than anything else. All these other little things are just, extras kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a treat to see somebody wearing your t-shirt and somebody holding your book up, So yes, colouring in his brain. Why they always have to have brain? It always looks very sore, doesn't it? You might go, every time you put your hat on. My brain's hurting. I've got a headache. My buddy's got a constant headache. No wonder he's angry and eating people. Look at him. Somebody's peeled back his brain. His scalp. Anyway, it's all daft and silly. Hope you kids are drawing. Get off them computers for 5 minutes, please. Yeah. It's all coming together. Putting a little bit of shading on him now, just to, like can you see that? How is that's dark, and then above here is bright. So a little bit of blue here. If you wanted to make it look, that's what I've just done. Just trying to explain a little bit more of, my drawing process. I don't think about it. This is one thing I really did like, though. You see these boxes behind? These blue shapes I'm putting in. Well, they're the boxes, and then I got a darker pen, and I made the shapes to make them look like crates, And I thought, I like that. So I did it again. I did another layer, but darker this time. And just just doing shapes of boxes, and a darker pen again in a minute, just to make them look like crates, little lines to show the wood and the cross bits. Here we go. There you go. Look, see that with a darker pen. So they now look like crates, but they look like they're far away from you, in the distance, and they're not. And because it's blue, it's popping the monster right off, because orange or is it orange and blue, or yellow and blue are complementary colours, or they're opposite colours, I can't remember. Yeah. And it'll pop it right off the page, you see, so it'll make him stand really out. You know, that's the thing you will see straight away as soon as you look at the picture. So I darkened the other crates behind to drop them back behind him again with a bit of blue, and then I went really dark with another set. Now, if you can imagine those boxes, they could be buildings. You know, they could be a cityscape, and you could put little bits of Posca on there to make the windows and stuff. It's the same principle. So, talking of Posca, putting a bit more light sources on these guys in the front now, and this really pops them off the page. It just helps them stand out a bit, gives them a bit more life. I love these white acrylic markers. I've bought quite a few different types, you know, from China, and what was it? I bought some from TikTok. I haven't used those fully yet. They're alright though. They seem to be okay, so I'm going to give those a go a bit more. And yeah, you can do. You see all the drool and the goo hanging from his head, the gore from his head. Put little dots of white on it just to make it look like the light is shining on those bits of wet. It makes it look wet, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it just brings it to life. It's lovely. It's really nice. Yes, I really like monsters. I love monsters. I love me search for monster. Yeah, watch that film, Creature. Great. Really good. Well acted too. Very, very well acted. It was just a bit long-winded in places, you know. It didn't really show enough of the monster. They should have shown more of it. But it was an excellent story. Very, very good. Oh, do you remember Gus from is it Breaking Bad? Yeah? Remember the fellow that plays Gus? He's in it. He plays this lunatic. He's very good. Computer. We're on the computer. Computer? Hello, computer. Yeah, it's from a Star Trek movie. So, adding some movement lines now with the Posca. You know, make it look a bit more dramatic and a bit more action-y. Another weird word. Yes. I like this. Is that it? Are we finished? We're not finished yet, are we? Oh no! I forgot about this bit. I wasn't happy with the stone wall by those guys at the front. So I made a little sign, Army Depot 51. But, you know, it was a nod to the Area 51. That doesn't exist. So I did a little sign. I drew it in ink, you know, scanned it in, coloured it in on the computer because I was lazy. And I'll stick it on the side there, just to give it a bit more, I don't know, make it more interesting than just a brick wall. And then I made all these little skull and crossbone signs. Well, it's the same one, I just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. But I put them on the boxes and just to make them, you know that these are dangerous. They shouldn't be in this building. It could, yeah. It's you know. Remember in the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark when that fella's pushing the trolley with the Ark in it, and in the Last But One movie as well. I forget what it's called now. The Crystal Skull. There's a place like that in it. That's where it's come from. Not me, the movies. So I stuck them all over the place. And I lowered the opacity of them. I made them slightly see-through so that they blend in a little bit more. Now I'm putting in some text. Yes. Holy carp, just throw it. He's not going to say holy carp. That's what I was going to originally have him say is don't let it eat me. But I sounded a bit wussy, didn't it, really? Don't let it eat me. That's the kind of thing I would say. That's me. Sob in the corner. That was if I was in the army. That's all I'd be doing in the corner. Going, oh, I want to go home. Yeah. So I changed that in a minute. Don't let it eat me. I forgot what I put in there now. Oh, this little dude in the corner. Kind of forgotten all about this poor little fella. So he just shouts out, "Don't worry about me," you know, as if to say, "Am I not important here?" Hello. Yeah, oh no, not again. That's funny because he's always being caught by monsters, isn't he? So, yeah, that's it, everybody. There's the final results, and Thank you ever so much for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, share the video, join me on Patreon, and I'll see you next time. Bye!